Evening, y'all. Give everybody a minute to pile in here, and we'll get this ship a sailing. Get this horse on the trail. Let's do that. Sapphire Ridge News. Okay, so we're going to get this going. Hey, Zach. Today's coverage is going to be the Laken Riley trial, which started on Friday. The defendant's name is Ibarra, Ibarra. His attorney fucked him over. His attorney waived a jury trial. It's a murder case. I just don't comprehend or understand why an attorney would waive a jury trial in a murder case. I know there has to be a reason, but to me it makes no sense at all. And when we get into the specifics of what happened in this horrific murder case, even though it would take 12 jurors to convict, with a jury, you have that hope that just one will cling to your side. When you have a bench trial, that's all out the window. Well, his attorney thinks the judge is going to have sympathy on her. Hello, she's about brain dead and stupid. You know, after some of the, well, let's get into what Laken Riley is about. Laken Riley is a murder trial. Young girl, nursing student at University of Georgia, 22 years old, went out for a morning jog. Mr. Ibarra stalked her. There are numerous pictures that were brought out at the trial of him watching her jog and following her at a distance. And then when she got by the lake, he rushed upon her and he wanted intercourse with her. And when she refused, he arred her. She fought for her life for 15 minutes until this came out in court on Friday, that now the prosecutor said that he hit her in the head with a rock. Incorrect. The 911 call, you can hear him hitting her in the head over and over and over with a rock. You hear her muffled scream, and then you hear thud, 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 thud 10 times. The coroner's report said that he hit her with such continual force that it smashed her skull flat. That takes a hell of a lot. And he sat there in court when they talked about this, acting like he did not care. Like he kept shrugging his shoulders when the 911 call was played and her mom and dad had to leave the courtroom in tears, crying. He looked at them and then looked back forward and shrugged his shoulders. And it could be that his attorney made a deal to take the death penalty off the table. But they also said that because of the way it was filed, the most he can receive is life without the ability of parole. And his attorney, one of one of his attorneys was a male, and they had the deputy on the stand that found his jacket all torn with brown, he said reddish brown stains all on the front of it, and found brown hairs wrapped around the buttons. That was his jacket. And his attorney said, well, did you manipulate the jacket in such a fashion to cause these tears? And the deputy said, no, sir. I simply folded it up carefully and put it in the evidence bag. And then they have the DNA evidence and all this other evidence, which his attorney tried to say they have no evidence, but they have the 911 call. They have his jacket with her blood on it, his jacket with her hairs on it. They have his DNA because he R'd her. And then they think that the judge is going to take sympathy on them. And that was just Friday. It's expected to go on Monday and Tuesday too. I just don't understand how some of these lawyers, I'll be nice about it, say lawyers, think that they could waive a jury trial and get sympathy from a judge with all this evidence and then say, oh, there's no evidence. It's all circumstantial evidence, and they have direct evidence too. Her blood being on his jacket is direct evidence. Yeah, I don't know the judge either. The judge seems very stern, very matter of fact, because the defense showed up Friday morning to, trial was to start on Friday, and she filed a motion to delay the trial, and he said, nope, denied. I just don't understand some of these lawyers. This is a very tragic case. Very tragic. No, she's just 22. She loved people, loved helping people, was, a year away from getting her nursing degree. And some guy who should not have been here. He's an illegal immigrant from Venezuela. Now, there are rumors that on Monday they're going to show that he's affiliated with the gang Tren de Agua. But I don't know if the judge will let that in or not. Because Tren de Agua is a very violent gang. Very violent. I know Tren de Agua has a group, I'll call them, in Nashville and in Aurora, Colorado. He was not only a peeping Tom, arrested and released. He was arrested in New York City for trying to rape a minor. And he was arrested and released. And when he was released, he went to Georgia. That was like a couple of days before. These guys that do this are scum. Oh, yeah. I think his first name is Jose Ibarra. I don't know about the peeping Tom issue. I know that he was arrested and released in New York several days beforehand. I think his name is Jose Ibarra. I can look it up while we're chatting here. I'm looking it up. Here. This is what he's charged with in the Laken Riley case: murder, kidnapping, aggravated assault, battery, tampering with evidence, and if convicted, faces life in prison without the possibility of parole. Prosecutors have said they won't pursue the death penalty. Ibarra waived his right to a jury trial earlier this week and instead opted for a trial by a judge. case became fodder for the national debate over immigration after the public learned that Ibarra is a Venezuelan national in the U.S. illegally. Riley's family, however, has said they don't want her death exploited as a political wedge. That's not what we're looking for. Prior. This is from 11 Alive. 11 Alive is says, did Laken Riley's accused killer fall through the cracks of the U.S. immigration enforcement? Here's what we know. Yada, yada, yada. The death of a 22-year-old Augusta University nursing student is propelled in national conversation about immigration into the spotlight. As investigators work to learn how Laken Riley died, others are looking into how her accused killer made it to Athens. 11 Alive investigates built a timeline to determine if current immigration policies would have impacted Ibarra's ability to travel to Athens, where he is accused of yada, yada, yada. According to the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, Ibarra and his wife entered the United States near El Paso, Texas, in September of 2022 after being arrested and released. His wife told the New York Post that they were put on a bus and sent to New York. At that time, immigration attorney Pamela Penato said Venezuelans had special protective status in the U.S. It could be lead to political unrest. It could be a national disaster, she said, but we're basically allowing these individuals to stay here for a temporary amount of time because it's unsafe to send them back to their home country. Ibarra's wife told the New York Post he was making food deliveries about a year later when police in Queens, New York, arrested him for endangering her 5-year-old son, who was riding on the back of a moped without a helmet, according to the report. At that point, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, could have taken Ibarra into custody, but according to a written ICE statement, he was released by the New York PD before a detainer could be issued. Wow. Yeah, his first name is Jose. So, yeah, he's a creep. But what's weird is he's married and he got arrested for endangering the life of her 5-year-old son. Oh, excuse me. So that was interesting, huh? Zach? Wonder where everybody else is at. They all wanted to meet here at 4:30, but that's okay. I know quite a few of them would watch it on replay. It's interesting that this guy was was arrested by New York PD. So I wonder, my mind goes nuts on this kind of stuff. I wonder if Laken Riley's family could sue New York PD for not turning him over to ICE, do a kind of a wrongful death kind of thing. I don't know if that's possible or not, but my mind wanders, thoughts like that. Yeah, it's like 59 degrees here, but it's supposed to snow tomorrow. Yeah, I need to get out and rake leaves here in a little bit, pick up a little bit after the dog, etc. They told me not to do yard work. And I told them, well, I have a dog I have to pick up after. They said, well, get your friends to do it. I ain't asking my friends to clean up after the dog. What's wrong with them, right? Right? That's something that I would not ask a friend or a neighbor to do. Hey, come and clean up my dog's poop. Nope. I have a rake. I have a compost bin. Yeah, they don't want me to do it because of my injury. They said no lifting, bending, stretching, or twisting for 3 months. But then they didn't give me a collar to go on my neck to immobilize it. So piss on it. I'll do what I feel like I can do. I have physical therapy now twice a week. It was 3 times a week for the last month, but now it's twice a week. So we'll deal with it. I'm thinking about, let me run this by you, Zach. I'm thinking about setting up a wish list on Amazon so that my subscribers, if they want to help me out, they can go on Amazon and pick out something, you know, like I need new mics. I really need to look into getting a MacBook. Several other things, you know, I can deal with the refurbished MacBook. Right now I'm doing this off an iPad, but if I had the MacBook while I'm talking to you, instead of grabbing my phone and looking something up, I could type it in on the MacBook. I think that would be better. Thoughts? Because as a content creator, we're always upgrading and updating our components. And I thought if I did like a wish list on Amazon and publish the wish list on the stream, then if people want to help out, they can go on there and like spend a few bucks and have it shipped to me. I'm just trying to think of ways that people could help out. if they wanted to, without saying, hey, send me money so I can do XYZ. I'm not a money grubber. Um, the mics are under $20. I got these at Walmart. Came with 2 mics, the thing to plug into the iPad, and the wind socks for like $24. All came in a kit. But I lost one of the mics, so I need to replace the kit. And I don't know if Walmart does gift lists like that. I know Amazon does. No, I do not have a computer. I just have my iPhone and my iPad. That's all I have. And most YouTubers use Apple products, MacBooks, stuff like that. No, I do not have a computer. That's why I said I wouldn't list a range of items, because I know not everybody has a lot of money, especially in this day and age. And I would accept refurbished items, because refurbished items are much cheaper than brand new. And it's like brand new, because what they do is they take in and they go in and they completely restore it. They call it renewed. But it's basically something was wrong with it. It was returned. And yeah, prices go up and down. That's just the way the economy works right now. But I don't know. These are just things I think about. Give this a few more minutes and then we'll. Oh, well, that's why I said, I got this at Walmart. Walmart ain't exactly cheap anymore. I do have an account at Shine, SHEIN, but I haven't checked into if they have wish lists, because their stuff is pretty cheap. They don't have name brand stuff. All theirs is generic. But like, I found a jean jacket with the Sherpa lining for $22, free shipping. I'm just waiting to come up with the $22 to send for it. I know some of the YouTubers, they go crazy, but they have, memberships, and they do like Infamous Sylvia. I'm not a big fan of hers. I don't really like her, but she does members only stream where she opens up the gifts that her members sent her and blah, blah, blah. And I'm not a money grubber like that. I'm just not. I'm not going to sit here and encourage, you know, all my subscribers to send me a gift so I can open it on camera for you. To me, that's, I don't know. Maybe that's today's version of a gold digger, maybe. I don't have a description for a person that encourages their members to send them gifts only so they can open them on screen. Right? That's just not my cup of tea. You know, will I come up with a way to ask for things that I actually need for the channel? Maybe. But that's not my focus of the channel. The focus of the channel is to cover conservative politics, lawfare, and current events. My next topic, I think, is going to be live, is going to be Tuesday. I might do one tomorrow because YSL, the prosecution is supposed to rest tomorrow or Tuesday, and then it'll be the defense's turn. So that'll be a change in pace of the trial. But different things, different strokes for different folks, I guess. All right, I'm going to get off of here. It was good talking to you, Zach. I will be on tomorrow at 4:30, but I don't know the topic yet. I'll post the topic like during the day tomorrow. What I'm going to start doing is scheduling my daily live so that people during the day can see, oh yeah, Mark's going to be on at 4:30. And then that way, when I come on, it's all set up and it's all ready. And I just have to, hit the go live button. All right. Take care, Zach. Good talking to you.